Hi, and welcome to On the Couch, Conversations with Brenda Porter. Today's guest is Byrd. Welcome, Day.
Hi, hello. Thank you for having me.
Well, I'm so excited about you being here. You are like a triple threat, what we would call in acting a triple threat, but you are a triple threat in that you do costumes, wigs, and makeup. And what else do you do?
So I do brand consulting, image consulting. I used to do costume design and stuff, but I'm not as into that anymore. But I do help people with their image. So help them with their wardrobe and things like that. I deal more with the actor over the acting.
And how did you start this whole journey?
Freddie Hendrix, being a member of YEA, working with him, and then being at Tri Cities. I was a graduate of Tri Cities High School of the Visual Performing Arts, and we had to do makeup. We had to learn about wigs. We had to, work on costuming. So those things I ended up loving. I think I loved it more than it wasn't that I didn't love performing. I love performing. I didn't like auditioning. So that part, that's a whole different business. It wasn't something that I enjoyed. And I think for my type at that time, it wasn't a lot of roles, so it just, but when I put the makeup on someone and I helped create the character, I was addicted to that part. I loved it. I just love it. And now more so, I help create the woman or the man. I help them become who they see themselves in their head. I help that happen visually.
So how does that happen? Someone comes to you and they say what?
Generally, if they have, most of the time people are revamping themselves. They're saying, hey, Day, I have a new book, I have a website, I have a new brand, and I need to create an image that goes with where I'm going. And I will start to pull in the players. I'm like, hey, this person is great with hair. I have somebody over here who can help us with clothing. So basically, I help bring in all the players to help you achieve your goals. So I am, most of the time, I'm doing makeup because I've been doing makeup for so long. But there may be times where I'll call in another makeup artist if I think they're better suited for what you may need or what you want. But I help with the wigs if I'm doing them or if someone else is doing them, as well as my husband and I have a company called the Byrd House Group. He does video and editing. We'll help put people's packages together visually with the video as well. So, it's just everything visual we kind of help you with. That's what I do.
What happens if someone comes to you and they say, I want to rebrand? Do you ever have the situation where they want to rebrand in a way that there's no way that you can see them in that?
Yeah, I have one client that we've been working together for years, and I really want to push her in directions that she just does not want to go. And it happens, but she still loves what I do for her. You know what I mean? So there are ways that I find that we can work together, but I may not always be the one whose vision is in the lead. It depends. Some people I collaborate with, and some people come to me just for my vision, you know? It depends on how you see yourself as an artist. There are some artists who are very like, this is what I do. It's a more one-dimensional phase. I'm just an actor. And then there are some people who are like, I'm an actor, but I love clothes. I love hair. I love, they have all these other passions. So if you're really passionate in your image and in your look, you're going to probably have a lot more say so. And that's fine with me. I just want to make you happy. I don't have to wear it. You have to wear it. You have to be able to walk it. Now, there have been times where I didn't want to put my name on it because that's not my business, but I did help you, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to necessarily put it in the portfolio, but that's fine as long as you got what you wanted. That's all that matters to me.
So you work more, as you said, with the actor than the acting. Do you go and work on film projects like with your husband? Do you say, I'm going to do the makeup for your actors here? Okay.
Yes, I do. So because I'm a makeup artist first, I get called to do makeup for all types of projects. And because I know so many actors, I grew up with actors, I'm always doing film. I'm not in the union and I didn't really have an interest at the time to do it. So I normally get called in if they are number 1 or 2 on the call sheet, and they say, hey, I want Day to come in and do it, and I'll gladly come and do it. But when I had my daughter, I made a decision that I wanted to revamp how I worked. And being on set, you're on set 12, 16 hours. And that's not something that I wanted to sacrifice to be her mom. So now I work according to how I want to work. And it makes me happier.
Now, I saw where you recently were working with the booking magnet on her weekend seminar. How did that work out?
It was amazing. It was Booking Magnet Live. It was a conference of actors that came, and Christina's been working with helping to coach and develop actors for a while now. And she decided to offer them what I've been doing for her for 20 plus years. She was my very first client, and we still work together all the time. And she realized that a lot of her clients were pretty lost on the actual glamour side of acting. They were really caught up in the work ethic of it. They're really good at knowing how to get the gigs. They're learning all of those things, but actually investing in themselves and doing the photo shoots for themselves and seeing themselves in a different way than as a struggling actor is something that they were struggling with. So she brought me in, and I was able to speak to them, and it was amazing. We're going to start actually, she set up for me to consult all of the people that signed up with her program. She has a new program called Rise, and I'm going to be consulting with all of those people to help them with their imagery. It was close to, it was maybe about 80, because I think it was, but it may have been like 100 in the building. So it was a good amount of actors. It was great. It was, Christine did a great job, a great job. It was a wonderful conference.
What projects are you working on right now?
So right now I am working mainly on revamping the Byrd House Group, which is the company that my husband and I have. And we are doing the visual brand consulting for different clients. It's almost overwhelming because of how social media is now, and everything is video, everything is moving into video, how many people need it, and so we're just trying to expand ourselves so we can do great work and receive all the blessings that God is bringing to us, because people are coming and they're loving what we're doing, and we just want to give more. So I'm excited about that. I am launching a cosmetic line, which is just right now primarily lashes and lips. It's called Beasting on Beauty, because that's how I feel. I feel like Freddie taught us to beast on things, to do it now. It's the present. So that's how I look at beauty. I want to beast on it. So I'm doing that. Still doing a lot of private classes. I'll probably be doing a bigger class for the fall for makeup, and then I may do I'm thinking about doing an image consulting class. So we'll see first, but I know it will be makeup. We'll do a makeup class this fall.
So how can people, if they want to purchase any of your Beasting on Beauty?
I'm not launching until the fall, but what they can do is they can start following on Instagram at Beasting on Beauty. And you can also follow me, MUA Day Byrd, for more updates. And right now, only my clients who I am now, I'm testing a lot of things, and they have exclusives to the product. So when I release it in the fall, then I'll make sure that I will come back to you and say, Brenda, please, please, let's talk about this. And it would be nice. I would love to be able to do your makeup, and you get a chance to try some of my products. It would be great.
I would love it.
And I just want to say, so with the line, with Beasting on Beauty, we're starting with the Ingenue collection, which is for actresses and actors. It is smaller lashes. They're lashes that are, like right now, everyone's into really big, almost drag, the way lashes and things look right now, but that's just the makeup look, which I'm okay with that, but that's not for actors. So I want to make sure I have products for them. Like my lip colors are very soft and romantic. They are, actually, I have on some now, but the lash in my lashes as well, but they're going to be smaller to slightly glamorous versions of lashes, things that can be very practical for our actresses, because I really feel like the makeup industry is almost swallowing up that industry. You know what I mean? It's like makeup is so big that that simple beauty is really hard to find. And I wanted to have something for you guys.
Thank you very much. Do you also do like makeup effects with your makeup?
Yes, I do. I tend to do quite a bit of special effects when I'm doing small films, because they tend to need makeup artists who can do multiple things. So I had to learn it and I love it. It's fun every time I get a chance to do it. I love just being creative. Anytime I get a chance to be creative and do something outside of the normal, it is exhilarating. Love it.
You didn't come into makeup in the traditional way. You fell in love with it, working with Freddie and at Tri-Cities. What advice would you give to some young person who decides they fall in love with makeup? Where should they go? What should they do?
Well, I offer courses, I offer classes. You can always come to me for that. As well as I think have fun. Don't forget your imagination, play, create characters. I got a lot of my work from just my own presentation. I would go out and I may put a mask on, just paint a whole mask, paint something on my face, just have fun, make it exciting. Don't be afraid to tell people that's what you do. Speak it. Like Kerwin was saying, you got to speak it into existence until it happens. I didn't know. I remember when I got my first job, it was with a really well-known photographer here, and I didn't know what I was on. I had a little caboodle, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna just show up and I'm gonna make it happen. And it happened to be some of my really good friends. And I was like, oh my God, I'm working with y'all and this is awesome. And because the energy was so good, everything just flowed. And I just tell people, don't be afraid. God will never put you in a position that you are not built for in that moment, and I go by that. I think makeup artists should try everything. Do it today. Wear it, look crazy. It doesn't matter. That's how you're gonna learn. Have fun. Have fun. Don't let anybody ever tell you it's not art. It's art. So create, create. I say that to actors too. I think like when I consult the actors, when I go on their pages, I'm like, where are you having fun? Where are the character building that your imagination? Why are you waiting for the script? Your Instagram is it's your network. It's your way to show off your work. Have fun. Let people see you in as a character. Do a little monologue. Create something that makes it entertaining for you so you can have fun and it's not just about the stress of booking a job, It's because that's the part that's not fun, but the fun part is, and people forget that I literally, a lot of actors forget it's fun being imaginative and playing dress up. That's what actors do. They play dress up and they imagine. So get to it. Have fun today. On a Tuesday, go to the bar as a different person and see who you can talk to. Create a whole imaginative conversation. They don't know you. Have fun. Don't wait till you get the role. As long as my T's are crossed and my I's are dotted, I'm gonna have fun. I think that's the best. To me, that's the best advice anybody I think could have given me. And Freddie gave that to us. He was like, "It's now. It's no other time than now. It's never another time. Today is the day that you show out. What are you waiting for?"
You are responsible for creating several looks, right? That talk to me about those looks and how you created them, what they become, and what they mean. What does it mean to have created a look?
When people come to me, I don't know, it's some type of innate gift that I have that I can just see further. I can just see everything that they're pouring into me. I just see it visually and it just starts to create this tornado inside of me. And I get really excited. Like I start talking fast and I'm like, oh my goodness, I can see it. I can see, and I think that's why people really like working with me because I get more excited about working with them than they even imagined, and I just tend to have an ability to, I don't know. I think God just that's why he put it in me to do it. That's all I can say. So like I worked with Nicki Minaj for a while, for quite a few years. And working with her, it was so fun because at that time I studied pop art as far as makeup, and it was like a new version for me, a wearable pop art. You know, it was just fun. She was a character, you know, and I was able to have my own doll that I could paint and do things to. And it was like no one in the industry was wearing color. Like no one, everybody was into golds and browns coming out of the 90s. So there was nobody wearing color. And I was like, oh, people are gonna love it. People are gonna love it. Black women have never really been seen besides like, you know, the 80s when we were wearing purples and pinks, but it was mostly supermodels that you really saw with these bright, bright colors on. You really didn't see it be something on the streets. You know, it wasn't like streetwear. You may see a fuchsia lip here, but you didn't see people wearing a lot of color and doing it. And I'm like, but we can. Brown people can wear color better than anything. You know, we are colorful people. So I think that I was able to make a mark with Nikki because I made makeup fun again. It wasn't so serious. It was so fun. It was show out today, surprise people today, you know, and that's what sells, that's what sells brands. That's what um that's what equals to dollars. And I think that's what people care about. And that's how I view what I do. I'm like, what's the most marketable approach to what you want to do that keeps us excited? Because it still has to be marketable. It still has to make you money, you know, because it's not cheap. You have to invest. You have to invest in photos. You have to invest in makeup and hair and all of that. It's not cheap. It's definitely costly to do those things. But if you do it and you do it right and you really have a elongated vision, I think it pays off every time. Every time. Every client I've ever had has always thought it was worth it, and it's non-negotiable. Glam is not a negotiable thing. Any actor who wants to be successful will always have a glam team because everybody has to make money. You're a brand. You're not just a person.
You're gonna have to convince me on that because you know I appreciate other folks' glam, and I appreciate. I am not like a makeup person, right? So I've never been. It's just too much of a hassle for me. Most of the time, I'll put on makeup for these, um, but because of that, because I don't do it, or I'm just like I do it when I'm on stage. I do it when I'm on film. I don't do it. I just don't do it. It's too much. And then taking it off, and then, what would you say to convince me that no, you got to have a glam look, and you got to be, or what would you do for me?
Well, firstly, I would reiterate your own dreams. And these are your dreams. This is your career. This is what you decided you wanted. There's no exceptions. You're not going to have any successful actor. I mean, an actor on a level that is on any league. You can get a cosmetic deal. Like the objective is to have money from cosmetics, money from whatever hair and wigs that you're wearing. You're making money from the clothes that you're wearing. Also, you're hoping that people will give you things so that you don't have to spend so much money. It's no getting around it. Like you may not want it, but that's the part of your career, you know. Like so, if you tend to see your career as smaller, then that's fine. You don't have to ever do that. And as a person, you don't ever have to wear it. But when it's time to go to work, this job requires it. That's just a part of the uniform. And if you're not thinking that way, then why will companies want to invest in you? Because then it's only you they're making money with. They're not making money with everybody else on your team. You don't have a team. You know what I mean? So like, how will you ever get appearance? Like, you know, say for instance, you want to do appearances, you know, that's money. People go to these events and make appearances. How can you request $25,000 for an appearance if you only spent $500 on your appearance? It doesn't go together. You know, that $25,000 also other people get paid off of that. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, so now my hair is invested. And then now you have 6 other people on your team who are tweeting about you, who are reposting you, who have their own fans. It's like it takes a group of people to help excel you. You can't do that by yourself. It just doesn't work that way. You have to have people who are interested in you on your own. And now, especially with the way networks are they're wanting your Instagrams to look good. They're wanting you to talk about cosmetic brands and all. They want to see who you are already linked to. They're looking on your Instagram page to see, do you know how to shout other people out? Do you tag these people? Do you know, so if you're not into that, you're missing a lot of the business. Every person on that red carpet is representing a designer. Every person on that red carpet is representing a makeup artist. They're representing a hairstylist. They're representing a salon. They're representing cosmetic brands themselves. They're representing a fragrance. All of those things are being represented. And if you're not thinking about that, you're not thinking about the business in its entirety. You're just thinking about the creative aspect of what you like doing, but you're not thinking about it as a business. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I would tell somebody that, and then I would say, so whatever you want to do is fine with me. Because I don't want to try to convince you. I want to meet you where your need is. When you're ready to step yourself up to go to that next level, I want to be there. But you do wear makeup, you wear it, and you wear it well, you look great in it, you know. But at that point, when you got on stage or when you showed your headshot or whatever, there's nobody else in that picture represented but you. No one helped you. There's no reason for someone else to tweet it out besides your family or your friends, but there's no other business reasons why somebody would want to be promoting what you put out there, you know, besides you and the photographer. Well, your makeup artist may have 10,000 people who like you, and they know producers, they know directors, they know, you know what I mean? Probably better than you do, because they're the ones who are going from production to production to production with the same people, you know? So, you know, it behooves you to make it a relationship and a partnership, you know, finding people that can, and as you get busier, I know I'm just talking.
I just wanted you to talk. Go ahead.
But as you get busier in your career, you won't have time. You don't necessarily have time to go look for something, you know, so you need that. And then you don't know what's out now. You don't know the affiliations. Like, people think about the film that you're in, what other designers have worked with these people, what designer would really go well with the brand that this film is building. You know, like, the stylist is thinking about a lot of things. They're not just thinking about, oh, how good you look. They're thinking business wise, you know, and then so you have all of these people on your team who you are the product that they're all trying to make good connections with, you know. It's like working, like if you work at the theater and if it was just you by yourself. But you can get some people in the show, but you having connections with people and a community of people is going to always make it a bigger brand. And I think people have to think that way about themselves now that they're, you know, you as an actor, you are a brand.
I think about, the projects that you're on, the work that you do, and that speaks for itself. But you're actually telling me and the world out here that there's a lot more than that. Oh.
It's so much more than that. You know, just like when Monique was talking about how she didn't want to go to, I believe it was Cannes, and how they wanted to make her go for free. Well, she was really saying, hey, I got to pay a lot of people to come with me, to show up. And I already did a bad deal, you know, like I already did the film for next to nothing because I love you. And now y'all want me to pay, because I got to pay these people to come overseas. We talking about thousands of dollars a day to people that you know, hair, styling, makeup, any type of assistance. All of those people got to get paid to go with her. And that's a lot of money to ask someone to do for nothing. You know, and it really isn't nothing, but it's still, people don't realize how much money you spend, you know. But I was going to say this. I don't think what you just said was really true, because you're saying, oh, I don't want to do that. yeah, but look at you. You're actually doing a show right now. Like you literally have started a whole show. And if this goes the way I hope you are hoping and dreaming, people are going to be tweeting about it. They're going to be posting it, and you will have a glam because you're going to need the best tops. You're going to want the lighting to be right. Eventually, you're going to have the setting the way you want. You're going to have whatever sofa you want. That's as it grows, you see yourself, who's going to touch up your powder and your makeup if you get sweaty? You know, it's like those things start to grow. As you grow in these ideas, you're like, oh, well, I need this. And you know what? So I could be repping a boutique with my stuff. Somebody could be giving me clothes to wear, you know, and then you start talking to stylists and they like, now you love your earrings. What earring company or boutique out here could be giving you earrings as you do these? What artwork in the background of a local artist or an art store or whatever could be on your walls? Like people pay to do those things. They pay to put their stuff up there. They'll pay for you to wear things. And until they will pay, you can at least get free things or borrow things and give them back, you know, and have some of the best stuff. And hey, you know, it just depends on how you see your show. How big do you want it to grow? Because when you want it to grow big, it's going to be a lot of people involved. Everybody will have an interest and everybody will be able to make money from
You're expanding my mind.
it.
Thank you. So the pandemic hit. It hit a lot of people. How did it affect you?
It was one of the most life-changing moments. I had taken a break from this and I started doing a smoothie company.
Right.
My husband and I, we had Yummy for Life. Our smoothies were really, we tried to target like inflammation and things like of your health and, you know, use a lot of herbs. So the pandemic hit, we tried to keep that up, but with our daughter, it was just a lot. It was a lot of, I ended up feeling like I was doing 16 hours a day away from her, you know, and because it takes a lot to have any type of restaurant, you know, it takes a lot. So we said, you know, we're going crazy. Plus, okay, let me go back. People were ordering things by the gallons, and we were doing deliveries to these people because everybody was trying to keep their immune systems up and everybody was trying to stay healthy. So we were, I mean, people were ordering smoothies, about $1,000 worth of smoothies, send them out. You know, it was like really crazy. So we were really blessed. It was so blessed. We were so blessed during that time. But I realized we weren't in a position to expand and we were getting worn out and I wanted to be a better mommy. So I said, you know, Thomas, we may need to rethink this. Meanwhile, everybody got their PPP loans and they wanted to revamp their businesses. So people started calling me about makeup. And because I had a small studio space, people felt more comfortable coming to me than going to some of the places that were, you know, and it just took back off. Makeup took back off again. Makeup began to really do its thing. And I was very shocked because I thought people were going to be a lot more afraid, but people felt like it was a time, it was their now or never. A lot of people felt like it was their now or never. And I did a lot of great work. And my husband started doing a lot of great work. And then the work kept coming. And we were like, well, this is it. I mean, this is what it felt like I just stepped right back into some shoes that fit great. You know, I was like, well, this is what we're supposed to be doing right now. And it hasn't stopped since then.
Not going back to the smoothies?
So the goal is to have a space where we will be able to have like a smaller juice bar where we will offer smoothies to our clients and things like that. Yeah, inside of the space. I never want to stop because it's our lifestyle. You know, like we believe in smoothies and herbs. I actually became a certified herbalist during that time. I took a course with a woman named Sister Latifa and learned more about herbalism, and it's my lifestyle. It's what we do. My husband is into herbs as well. Our daughter has grown up on herbs, so it won't ever not be a part. And my clients they come to us, oh, well, I need this or I need that. Can you help me? So that's a part of it too. Wellness is a part of it. Wellness is a part of everything now. So I won't, our teas and smoothies will always be an option for our clients. They'll be able to come in and have something to relax them, make them feel good, give them energy, because that'll make a better experience, a better session.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So what haven't we talked about that you want to talk about?
You know what? I really want to talk to I say my mentor generation. So I would say your generation, you all are the ones that mentored us. I really want you all to really think about how you can see yourself in this era of time, and not what you don't like about it, but how you see yourself, because we need you all. We need you all in whatever way makes it comfortable for you. But it's so many, I feel like, I'm just not. And it's like, nah, that's not what you taught us. And two, it's not what you taught us. And two, the wisdom and the nurturing is something that we need. Our generation needs the nurturing. As hard-headed as some of us may be, we still need somebody to say, it's okay, keep going. It's hard when we are trying to break molds and ceilings that you all were trying to break. You know what I mean? It's like we're still breaking those things. We're still fighting for things that you were fighting for. So if you in energy and in spirit give up, then we really are alone. And you all are not out here having to fight anymore, but we have to fight. So we need your energy. We need your push. We need your, I see you. Keep going. It's looking good. We need you to interview us, because people may not be giving us the interviews. You know what I mean? We need you to talk to us and feed into us and love on us, and that's what I want to say.
Well, let me tell you that we are proud of you. We're proud of all of you who have come through, who we taught and who are now teaching us. We're happy to be connected with you. And we look at you and we smile and we say, that's our babies. There you go. So just so that you know, we are very proud.
Because we couldn't have dreamed this big without y'all. You know what I mean? It's like your dreams is what you poured into us. And we wouldn't have known to dream about things in the way that we have. If Freddie was like, forget all of that. Do what you want to do. Put that energy into what you want to do. And it's inevitable for it to be a success. Our parents didn't get us into this. Our parents didn't teach us this. You know what I mean? So it's like, we're here now. Don't talk bad about where we at. You know what I mean? Like, not meaning, I don't like how they doing this now. And I don't like, no. We need you to stay in the game with us. Help us, keep those prayers up for us so that our children can truly, truly benefit, because I feel like we're getting there. But we're still getting there. We're still getting there. I don't know.
Well, thank you for speaking to us. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you taking the time away from your family and your busy life to sit down on the couch with me.
Thank you.
And if you've been watching today, I'd like you to take the time to comment below, to like us, to subscribe. And as I always say, keep the conversations going.
Let's have a heart-to-heart. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a heart-to-heart. Let's have a consultation. Let's have a heart-to-heart. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a heart-to-heart. Let's have a consultation. On the couch.